Hey y'all, it's Lady C Prince. We are back. We hope you enjoyed that commercial break. We need you guys to go and follow those sponsors who are advertising on our network because they have great businesses that are circulating in the marketplace here in Katy, Houston, and Austin, Texas. And we want to continue to give a shout out to our sponsored network, 20tv.live. Thank you guys so much for all the sponsorship that you guys do for LadyCPrince.live. Now I'm back with my special guest, Shantae Broadus from TRTG. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about some projects that you have worked on. And you're going to explain to us, these partnerships, these relationships, how capital partnership and investing actually work. And is that something that you're doing today for your business? You're seeking capital. Is it capital partners, correct?
Yes, capital partners. Yes.
Okay, and now explain to us, for those out here who don't know what capital partners is and what that means.
Okay, so a capital partner is a person who has an asset because it's not always about having money. You don't always need money. Sometimes you have real estate. You may have properties that we can use, which is part of our landlord participant program, where we can leverage your asset to increase your profits by giving you up to 50% more than market rent, which is a phenomenal opportunity for a lot of investors that hold a lot of real estate. And the other way you become a capital partner with us is that you also have funds. So you have funds that you want to put into a business that is secured by that business that allow you to receive a percentage of the income that it produces. So you are a capital partner in a joint venture relationship with us.
Oh, wow. And so I know that we'll be able to put the marketing there on how we can find you and get some more information about this and even become a capital partner. Look, I'm super excited. Yes.
Yes.
And so you brought this to Texas. You brought this to Texas, correct?
Yes, we did. We did.
Okay.
We brought this to Texas, and we have a realtor. Like I said, my husband is a real estate broker as well, but we also do transactions with regular homeowners. So regular homeowners that are looking to even sell their home or want to lease it out, we work with them as well.
Okay.
Right here
And what about the cross marketing? How does this it relate to like realtors, actual realtors, and in inner city title? How does that work with them?
So we work with title companies and they understand what we do. In certain cases, we have to structure a deal in a way that it actually fits for both the investor and for us. And a lot of times that requires either a different type of closing or contracts. So realtors come to us and say, hey, we've got a property. I literally just got a call from a realtor out of Arizona last night.
Oh, wow.
And he has properties here and he was told about us and he said, hey, I've got some 5-bedroom homes and I would like to work with you guys. Is there something that we can do to either partner or that I can put my home into your program? I said, hey, we can do both. So we're looking to do that right now.
Well, it sounds like you have a solid foundation of relationship history. So we're going to bring in your special guest. We're going to talk to him about some of the things that you guys have done with this capital partnership and investing. And so we have a special guest online today. Tarique, is you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, thank you so much for joining.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, nice. So you obviously already know Lady Shantae, right?
Right.
Okay, talk to us about your business and what you do.
Yes, so I currently own a credit restoration business, and I am a passive real estate investor.
Now, how did you get into that industry?
The passive real estate?
Both, yes. What was your inspiration? I like to ask people that because sometimes people be like, oh, I dreamt about this, or this is something that just fell upon my lap. So how did you get into the business?
Yes, ma'am. So back in the military, I had perfect credit. Someone hit my mom with no insurance and it absolutely destroyed my credit. So during that time, I had financial hardship, high interest rates, and it gave me the inspiration to go into that industry to help others the way that I've struggled. And as far as passive real estate, I met Shantae through a mutual friend because I was trying to get into that area doing real estate. I was going to get a fourplex, and then I met Shantae, and she took me under her wing and taught me better ways to go about it than what I was currently going to do. And ever since then, I've just learned from her, and it's been nothing but success since then.
Oh, wow. So that was going to be my next question is, how do you know Mr. James and Shantae? So I could see how. And thank you so much for your service in the military. I'm a veteran. I'm a spouse of a veteran too, so I always salute y'all.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Okay. And that's a good deed. So, you know, being able to have that skill set behind you, because the veterans all the time need that support. So that's good. All right. So let's talk about the successful projects that you and Shantae worked on.
Okay. So we started off with one house, and we pretty much used the funds from that, took profits out, and used it to get another house.
Yeah.
And Shantae and James, that's their specialty. At the time, I knew nothing.
Okay.
I've learned a lot since then, but like I said, I decided to become more of a passive income investor instead, and they pretty much took me under their wing. So everything that I have in real estate, I can say, and hands down, it has to do with Shantae and James.
Wow. So your credit was straight when you got into that line of it, correct? Did you restore your own credit, and was your credit at a certain place?
Yes, ma'am. So to add on to the story, I went through a credit restoration company and only had one item, and it drug me on for 1 year, paying over $1,000. And when I educated myself, I realized it didn't take all that. I could have settled it. I had different options that I wasn't aware of. But yes, to answer your question, I fixed it, but also learned, and that's my inspiration to help others as well.
Nice. Okay. So I hear that you received profits. Like, we all like to talk about profits. We the marketplace profits over here. That's PROFIT. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So them double doors, you moved into the industry on 2 doors, or 2 or 4 doors at one time, right? And tell us about the profits, the funding. What was the time frame that you got your increase, your start seeing residual, became into the passive industry income? Let us know about that journey.
So the very first property before we met Shantae, we had this old broken down home, and we almost ran out of money.
Okay.
So then what happened was Shantae had funds, and doing her magic, which I'm going to be completely honest, everything she did, I wasn't aware of, but step by step, she told me, and it was way above my head during the time before, learning what I know now. And they came and they invested in us. They saved us from losing the house in taxes. And then we used the funds from that, double-digit funds. We sold the first house for, we got the house for like not that much, like let's say 20, and then we sold that for like was it like 100 or something like that? So
179.
Yeah, 170.
Oh,
Oh, see,
that's a
179.
big old profit there. Okay.
So when you talk about profit, this is the profit queen right here. She definitely knows. She saved my life on so many occasions. And I probably wouldn't be in business right now if it wasn't for her helping me. I wouldn't actually, honestly.
That's Shantae. What do you have to say about that?
Right. How much do I owe you, Tarique? Now?
I owe you.
That sounds like a great mentorship. She's definitely imparting some leadership skills and some, different skill sets out of the industry up in there. And I think that's a great thing. So talk about one of the phrases or attributes from the TRTG group homes that you have inherited.
I would say, and just to clarify, you're asking what I've learned?
Yes. What is one of the attributes from their company that you have learned, or one of the phrases that they coined that you have inherited?
Transparency and honesty. You know what you're getting into when you work with them. It's not any fast talking or half talking.
Okay.
She lays it on the line. She shows you the contract. She says, look, we got this option, this option. She allows you to put into it if that's what in your role, but I didn't know what I was doing. So like, Shantae, just do it, you know.
Yeah.
And she did it, and it worked. And I have full faith in her, and I don't regret it. So
But I
transparent.
always have to make Tarique. I say, Tarique, read the contract. You
Because I
gotta
Yes,
don't
read the fine print. There's something that
and
we
I
normally
because
don't
I
do.
gotta right. I'm like, I gotta tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Those are my favorite mantras. It is what it is, but this is what we're looking at. He's like, oh, I trust you. I'm like, no, I need you to understand it. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah. But anyway.
And to add one more thing too, we ran into a few bad Apple contractors that didn't do their part and who lied, and she would catch them, but I was the guy in the back, oh, whatever, you know. And because she did her due diligence, I learned to be more on top of my business. So
Okay.
I learned that too.
Okay, so you started a whole business off of this infrastructure. And where are you today? Where are you guys at in your relationship today?
Well, I don't know if you want to say something, but for me, Shantae, she basically has a deal, and she asked me, we kind of, with the profits, we're doing our own thing. I'm focusing on credit repair and helping people, because that's my mission, my goal, my dream. I'm very passionate about it. And she is, that I know of real estate, and she's really talented. So when she has an opportunity, she asks me if I want to invest in it, and we'll talk about it and go from there. But other than that, we still do our own thing.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
So you
very
have you got a nice little investors account now, so where you make decisions like, okay, if this is something that I want to do, you can go into that reserve and put it over there, and then start profiting and flipping money, right?
Man.
Wow, that
All of our
sounds awesome.
Yeah, all of our capital partners, we allow them, they kind of give us we kind of do a whole strategy session so we know what they're looking for, what they're
Okay.
doing. But at some different points of their lives, they're into different things. So we bring the opportunity to our capital partners and say, hey, this is what we have. You know, this is how much you can make. This is what it's going to look like. And if it fits, then we do. Otherwise, we go to the next investor or the next capital partner.
Okay, but they give priority. They get first dibs, like we
Absolutely.
like to say, on the offer. Okay,
Absolutely.
this is a wonderful thing. I love to see partnerships, healthy relationships just grow into great big, ventures and money. I mean, literally, people don't want to talk about money, but at the end of the night, money is a defense and wisdom is a defense. So it really seemed like you got both in these ventures, right? So would you continue to do business with Shantae Nim going forward?
Honestly, any deal that she brings my way, I pretty much jumps on it. And still to this day, I have to read and look into what she's saying to know the risk required. But I just have, because of my experience I've had in the past with the past 3 deals, I jump on any deal. And I think that anyone that wants to partner with her, because of, like I said, the transparency that she provides and the way she does business is the correct way. And you shouldn't have to worry if you do business with someone like that.
Oh, that's good. It's just integrity all across the board. That's what I hear. So you would recommend her to other entrepreneurs, business owners, and investors. What would you say to them if you had to pitch Shantae to them?
If someone is on the fence of taking a risk, obviously look at what she's presenting to you. But if the only thing that's holding you back is doing business with her, go for it. Like, what are you waiting for? This is the best place to do it with, because you want a good partner that's trustworthy. Obviously external factors, if that's something else, they have to do their due diligence. But as far as working with Shantae, she is the due diligence. She does it. I'm telling you, she's very she everything she does, she line by line. I'm more of a bigger picture, but she does both, her and James, bigger picture and line by line. So I'm still learning from them.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, you know what? Thank you so much. And anything that you want to say to Tarique before we leave, Shantae?
Thank you, Tarique. Tarique has been with us for a long time, and I know he is definitely a lifer. We're going to call him a lifer, and thumbs up. Awesome.
Yes. And much success
For
on your
doing it.
journey going forward as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to Live with Lady C Prince. And we will talk to you soon, Tarique. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank